Hello, happy Monday, you all. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Um, I know several of our ladies here just got back from Scottsdale visiting corporate, and we are going to be hearing from them a little bit to hear how that experience went. I know myself personally, I am like dying to hear all of the details because I was following around, like following all of y'all on social like a stalker. And so I cannot wait to hear how it all went. Um, but okay, like we normally do, hold on, Moose getting in position, you know, team mascot right here. Next to Rocky. Um, okay, we are gonna kick it off with some shout outs. So if you guys want to come off mute, feel free to do that.
Oh, wait,
Um,
I got my glasses. Wait.
oh, party girl. There we go.
Oh, Rosibel got her actual new glasses from Plexus.
Oh,
There she is.
did you get
It's
the
the
meta one?
Punta one.
Yes, I
Yes,
just
I
ordered mine
got
today
two.
too.
So
So
cool. Oh,
exciting.
gracias.
Okay, so cool. Okay. Well, we have one new brand ambassador this week, Alan Rodriguez in the house. Woo, 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 woo. All right, and we have some new friends. And so those that added at least one ambassador this week. Miss Tracy Fogel. Woo, way to go, leader. Um, Russ Bellis. Sorry.
Bruce
Can someone tell
Bellis.
me how to
Bruce
say that?
Bellis. Bruce Bellis.
Bruce Bellis.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say
Ooh,
it like
you got it.
I'm
Bruce
from
Bellis.
Texas. So all right, Alan, Rachel Stoka, and then Taylor Holes and Hunter Russell.
Yeah.
Way to go, team. So proud of you. So
Yep.
proud of you. I know Tracy's going to talk about kind of like mid-month goals and everything. So, here it is, the 15th of the month. We are in exactly the middle of the month. And y'all, in Plexus world, we know that that means there's still tons of time. So, excited to hear what we have moving forward this month and just kind of like mindset. If you guys are feeling like, oh, I wish I was further along this month. I wish my name was on that list. Doesn't mean that like it won't be next week. So, um, okay, so I'm gonna hand it over to our sweet friend, Anna, and she's gonna tell us her testimony. We're so excited to hear from you. So here it is, sweet girl. Tell us about your journey with Plexus thus far.
Hello, guys. How are you? Well, my name is Anna. I met some of you guys at convention, and I was really glad to be able to go there and to see in person. So I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to share my story because I think I never thought about this. So I started Plexus because I wanted to take control of my health after having a baby. Um, After taking a lot of meds while I was pregnant because I have a high risk pregnancy. So I was at the hospital every 2 weeks. I took a lot of meds, a lot of IV because I wasn't able to eat, drink water at all. So instead of gaining weight while I was pregnant, I was losing weight. So I thought I was like, oh, this is amazing. After giving birth, I'm gonna be in a good shape and things like that. But turned out I was wrong. After having my baby, I started breastfeeding. I was very lucky to be able to do that because with my first baby, I was struggling, but I was lucky enough to breastfeed her until she was 2 years old. And after that, that's when everything changed. Everything changed, and I was like, oh man, I wish I could go back and take care of myself, but I didn't. So I started gaining, I think, the double of weight, like within 2 months that I stopped breastfeeding my baby. And I was also for a certain period, I was on postpartum depression, and I didn't know that thing exists. And until I reached out for help. And luckily, I found a very sweet nurse, very sweet professional. She helped me to go through all this process. And I'm happy to say that I was taking care of myself and I was feeling myself again. But I was trying to exercise, I was trying to eat well. I don't really like go or do a diet because I really like sweet things and desserts and all like that. I also love to bake, I love to cook. So I was like, oh, maybe there's something missing. And that's when I find out Plexus, thanks to Daniela. And I think I saw Rosie Bell and Daniela while we were at camp camping, yeah, a year ago actually. And I saw they were with the fancy bottle, pink drink, and I was asking Daniela, what's that? I want to know what's in that drink because I see you guys enjoying and I was curious about it. And then after a few months, she started um, to share with me some information and what could help me while I was on my process of losing weight and taking care of myself. Oh, and also I've been struggling for, I think it's 5, close to 6 years now, um, fatty liver disease. So it's been up and down for the past 4 years. So my doctor always had follow-ups with me, ultrasounds, blood work every 3 to 6 months. So I needed to take care of myself because um, it was really hard for me to move on without taking care of myself. So when I start Plexus, I start with the reset and with triplex. But the first time that I did my first reset, I was shocked because I remember I've seen all of these testimonies that they were losing weight and they were feeling better. I felt better, but I didn't lose any weight at all. And I was shocked. I was like, oh, what? And I was um, thinking about it like, oh, maybe I'm wrong. And then I asked Daniela, and I think I asked also Rosibel, what happened? Is something wrong with me? And they say no. And I understood everybody is different. So, but I'm glad I didn't quit. I kept going and I'm happy because as I told you guys, I was with doing follow-ups with my doctor and I believe it was in March. This March, I went and he told me that I was like he looked at me because he had records of my weight and my blood work, ultrasounds and everything. And he like kind of looked at me in a weird way. I said like, is everything okay or something happened? And he's like, what are you doing? I said like, what do you mean what I'm doing? He said, oh, because your lab work came like better than last time. And I think last time was November or December. So 3 months, 4 months after taking Plexus, my blood work was better. I don't know how to say in English, los triglicéridos. I don't know. Um, Anybody knows?
Triglycerides or something like
Yeah.
that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that thing. Thank you, Al.
So they were better, and also he checked my ultrasound, and all of the fatty around the liver was 15% less than the previous ultrasound. And I was like, what? Really? And then yeah, he showed me. I wasn't able to take pictures to prove it, but I saw and I was like, oh, that's really it's amazing. And I was in shock and then I was so blessed that these girls shared with me a pink drink, and it's a game change. It's been a game change for me, a life change for me, because I was really I sometimes I'm too hard on myself. And of course, I wanted to lose all the weight in like really fast. But now I understand that it's a process, and I'm thankful for that. And I'm just gonna keep going. And I'm excited because this month I'm incorporating Restore and Block or Balance for my daily routine. And hopefully my lab results can be better, or 0%, no fatty. So yes, it's a game. It's a win for me. And I'm so blessed. I'm thankful for everything. And I'm so happy that I'm able to share my story, because I never really talk about it. But I'm so glad. I'm so happy to be where I'm at right now. So when I can say I'm gonna be better on my next follow up with my doctor, and I would like to lose more weight. And right now I'm not a the how do I say it? I would like to lose more weight, and I'm gonna be consistent, and hopefully um I can help other people too, because it's really important, and be able to say it out loud now. It's really such a blessing, and I'm so thankful with God and everything that I'm sharing with you all ladies. And I'm happy to be part of this team too. And I think that's it.
Well,
So
I just want to
excited for
reach
you.
through the computer and hug you right now. I think everybody does. Like, thank you so much. And we know that like this takes courage to share. Especially when, you have to share kind of the ugly with the pretty too. To be very vulnerable and just so open. Um, Warmed my heart, made, I don't know, something in the air here. Um, but I think we all feel that way. And it just
Yeah,
provides so much hope, truly. And
yeah,
also like the understanding of like knowing that you have to be healed first before the scale changes. I mean,
yeah,
yes, everybody wants that quick fix, but I think what you've experienced already is like probably so much more than like the joy that you would experience if the number was smaller on the scale. So,
yeah. And guys, the other thing I want to say this, I know Rocio feels the same. Anna has changed so much. Not just that part of it, like the whole health thing, but this, like here, we have seen her grow so much in ways. She kind of reminds me of Chelsea a little bit, like in the whole, she's super shy, and she's still very shy, and she's still true to her core of who she is, but she has blossomed too, and it's beautiful to see. So I'm just really thankful that you're in our team, Anna. I love you so much.
Thank you. And I love you guys so much. And I'm happy and I'm blessed to be in here with all of you and be able to help other people. And there is hope, and there is God put something in us to be able to share with others and bless other people, other families, other moms. Yeah.
absolutely. Couldn't say it better myself. So, so good. Really appreciate you sharing that with us. Okay, well, while you ladies already have the floor, Mary, you just take yourself off mute and I'm just gonna throw it over to y'all. Let's hear from our Latinas about how this meeting with corporate went. I am so excited to hear what you guys have to share.
Listen, thank you so much for giving us the time to express this, by the way. I know that three of us are here tonight. I know Daniela couldn't come into this call, but she would have loved to be here. She's on vacation with her family. And thank you for letting us share. There's so much we can talk about. So we actually had to come together and like say, okay, girls, what are we gonna say that actually serves these people? And I don't even remember what I'm supposed to say. So let me read my notes over here. Don't remember, but all I remember is that I was gonna give you a little bit of an experience. I mean, it's Plexus, like incredible. They spoiled us so much from the moment we arrived. We've been picked up by the van with the Plexus name on it, beautiful Mercedes van inside, gorgeous. And then we get to our hotels where the time to check in wasn't still, happening, but yeah, like a celebrity, Vicky. And they still made it to where we got checked in, even though we arrived way before. Like they made it to where these people need to get in. I don't care if your checkout time is at 3, check-in time, they need to get in. They're here at 11, you have to get them in. And they did. And our rooms have, of course, our names on the TV, that's a thing now. And they have my name spelled wrong, but then we realized it wasn't that. It was that I was in the wrong room. Yes, there's another Mari Carmen in the team. And her name spells with an I, mine spells with a Y. Exactly the same thing. Isn't that crazy? So we were like right across from each other. They had like baskets with goodies inside. They had, of course, a beautiful, not this cup. This one was given to us when we got to the meeting the next day, but they had another beautiful cup and with goodies inside that we love so much. Yes. And popcorn and all the things, all of the goodies, all of the things. It was a basket, and some of us didn't know what to do with it to bring it home. I mean, it was like, wow, guys, that was really nice and thoughtful, but what are we gonna do with this basket? So that, and then the experience itself, guys, we had a photo shoot. Like we had a photo shoot, because these catalogs are gorgeous. Okay, I don't know if you know, this is the Hispanic catalog. Okay, and Genevieve actually looked at it, and she said, "It's awesome, Andrew Morris. This is great job, but I don't see any representation of your Latino community. I don't see any diversity here." And he's like, "Yeah, I know, right? Those are the pictures we have. I mean, that's what we have." And she's like, "Yeah, you need to fix that." Like, that's what she told Andrew. And he was like, he told me that story. So I just wanted to share with you guys. Genevieve was like, "You need to fix it." And he's like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, no curly hair, Rosie. Are you kidding me? What is this? No curly hair on the cover. So he was like, "Oh boy, I gotta fix this thing." Well, then the idea of a photo shoot came about, and the photography team at Plexus was ecstatic. Like they were so excited. Dude, they had like hair, makeup stuff in there. We didn't even know. I know. We were like, what? Dude, I am gonna get me a pencil curly iron. That thing is amazing. You think my curls are amazing? That girl did magic, and I was like, incredible. So anyway, the experience was amazing. Then we had a photo shoot. We were all so nervous. We were so excited. It was incredible. Dinner at a really nice restaurant. We couldn't even finish the meal. It was so much stuff. And then we got to the hotel. And then the next day we got to headquarters where they received us with the red carpet. People from the home office were outside clapping for us. That was incredible. And let me tell you a secret. I went to the Silver Star trip in March, and we didn't get that. Just so you know, I was told that we were going to get that, and we didn't get that for some reason. But this time we got it, and it was incredible. We were so ecstatic. We didn't know what to do. It was incredible. Then the training come about. The training was intense. We had some really good facts that I want to share with you guys through my friends Emma and Vicky. They're going to tell you exactly what we learned that is important for you to know. If you're interested in tapping into the Hispanic market in the United States, in Mexico, in Puerto Rico, in Canada, and all of the places, even in Australia, nobody's doing that over there, okay? So there is huge potential. You got to listen to these numbers. It's going to rock you in a different way. And you're going to be like, why am I not doing this? And we're here to help. We are here to help and partner with you guys also in some of this. Obviously, it takes all of us, right? So I'm going to give the microphone to my friend. Who is next? Is it Vicky or Emma? Who is next? Vicky, right? Vicky, yes.
Hi, everyone. So yes, it was an incredible experience. So the best part for me or the core of this training and the summit that we had was the networking that we did with all Latinas and Latinos leaders there, and we could share what we were doing, right, in our business. And for instance, in terms of enrolling, what are you doing that it's working for you? It is very important to know those strategies in order to grow your own business. Thinking out of the box. So are you thinking about those Latin Facebook groups in the US, in Canada, for instance? Do you know that, for instance, in terms of Mexican business, okay, the Mexican who lives in Mexico, it's completely different than the Mexican who lives in Canada or the Mexican who lives in the US. So you know how to approach to those people, okay, because they are different economically and in terms of relationship as well, cultural thinking, etc. So it is very important for me. It is very important to work on the and focus all my efforts in Mexico, because right now we have only one person that actually is growing that business. Only one person that we have there. That it's Emerald, and she's the only one who is working and exploring that market. And we are talking about more than 100 million people in Mexico. Mexico is a very huge country, and a lot of people there needs this product. In Mexico, obesity is considered as a disease, as a serious disease. So we have what most of the people needs there. Diabetes in children, it's one of, I don't know if this is the first or the second, but it's also very important. And it starts with parents, right? All those bad habits that parents have and they pass to their children. So that's very important to, focus on that. And think also, as Mary Carmen said, those Latinos in Australia, those Latinos in New Zealand, we are also in New Zealand, right? And thinking about those gyms, right? Those spa, the focus on those groups that are looking for a healthiest lifestyle, and we can complement with their lifestyle with our products, right? In terms of retention, we also discuss about tools of automatization. So how we can use this project broadcast or virtual assistant and use those tools in order to help us, right, to follow up with clients, with our team, and do it automatically, right? And the third one is the advance of range. Advance of range is correct? Or range advance?
Rank
I
advancement.
don't know.
Rank advancement.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because they have a lot of material in English, right? And we need it also in Spanish, because if we want to have more Spanish speakers in our team, and maybe those people don't speak English, they won't have access to those material, right? What is the guide or the route for Ruby? What's the route to achieve Emerald? So how can I go there, right? And also like a binder presentation in order we can present Plexus as a business, right? And a Spanish speaker person. How can I approach and present the business opportunity to that person? So for me, those are some highlights. There are so much more ideas and strategies, but for me, those were the highlighted. In order to think, I would never think about an spa or a gym to approach, or this. I would just was thinking about some groups in Facebook, but those in other countries, right? Some other markets, and yeah, for me it was a completely good experience, and we will be doing weekly meetings with all the leaders in order to follow up on the strategies. So this material and these ideas won't, we lost. So we will be working on that, right? Working on those strategies to be implemented. And I felt that all corporate is very serious and it's taking us in consideration for the Spanish speaker market. So they are putting budget, they are putting resources, they are putting efforts to us to get more people, Spanish speaker people, Latino, in the business. So those are the highlights. Thank you.
Thank you, Vicky. And now, Emma, you have some really cool, interesting things to share too.
Yes, how are you guys? There is so much to talk, but I think many things impact me in different ways. But I want to share a little bit more about growing internationally. Australia, Canada, Costa Rica, they're bilingual countries. All of you can make contact with somebody in any of those countries that has a Latin background. So you guys can open doors there, and when the person has more questions, more specific, more something, we can definitely work together and let them join forces with the Latino community, and they're going to be resources in Spanish and all the stuff. So definitely Puerto Rico was one of those markets that I didn't know existed, and how many of Puerto Rican is actually officially English and Spanish. So there is so much, and how very interesting how they give us the statistics of how many Puerto Ricans are in their country, but how many there are actually more Puerto Ricans outside Puerto Rico. I don't know if that makes sense. So people here that are from Puerto Rico, they have families back home, but they're actually more outside of the country. So that was very interesting. I didn't know that. But something that really impacted me about Mexico was, I heard it about in the convention a little bit. They mentioned about the minimum wage in Mexico is 460, I wrote it down, 461 American dollars for a family for a month. That's how much money that's the minimum wage. That's how much people make in Mexico. And that kind of hit me, because I am here in Canada and I started this because I wanted $300 extra to pay for my supplements. And now I need new glasses. Okay, I'm going to get new glasses because now I can afford it because I have something extra. But think of a family when you're offering an opportunity that is actually equal of what they make on a month. That blew me away because I come from that. My family used to live with that from Colombia. Our salaries are so low that when you tell somebody you can actually make that exact money you make a month for your 40-hour job, just spending a few hours with Pletzos, that blew me away. It just gives me goosebumps, because the impact you're making in a family is just not extra money. It's replacing a full month. So it felt to me like God is giving us such an amazing opportunity to share with families that in so much need. And we have this tool that we can share with them. So that was very impactful for me. How we can, only one person is doing the business in Mexico, and how much we can actually go and bless other people there. I don't know, I don't have any more words to say than that. It was just open my eyes to how much, if I feel blessed by Pletzos with the extra, can you imagine how a person will feel with an opportunity that is just changing lives in that radical way so much. So yeah, that it is so much information to give.
It is so much.
I just wanted to say that because that's something that really opened my eyes to me.
And also to add to that, thank you, Emma. And to add to that, by the way, guys, we also learned that in Mexico, they're getting so much better in their systems. They are opening subscriptions. And that's a big one. Yes, because I think there's a condition on how to pay for subscriptions, and Vicky can load you on that info when you are very interested into, because she is super knowledgeable. She's helping me and Olivia right now in getting somebody signed up in Mexico, because even though, we've been talking about Mexico all this time, I feel like Vicky is the expert right now, and she knows this thing, and she's helping us. They were saying some things that I wasn't even aware of certain ways of paying. It's not Venmo, it's not Sell It, it's some other weird stuff that they get it. So I was like, whoa, okay, yes, I really need to take notes. This is huge. And the cultures, the differences of cultures, how we do events. That's a big one that I needed to tell you about before we take off, because you cannot assume that a Hispanic meeting will go as well when you plan it and you're expecting Americans to come. You guys are amazing. I love you all, but it is different. It is different how you have a meeting that is only going to last 30 minutes. That's not going to work with a, Hispanic community. You have heard it from Genevieve. You got to have music. You got to have food. Guess what we had at the meeting? We had music playing while we were coming in. They had music like going on, and we're all like doing our dance thing. And in between breaks, we had music, and everybody just got up and kind of like danced a little bit and stuff. And this feels great. This feels like our stuff, And then we're just dancing with each other and laughing and stuff. Oh, there are some cookies. There are some things. There's some of that. There's all the bad stuff and the good stuff. It was everything. We had fruits. We have everything. I don't know that they do that like, usually in meetings with the, at headquarters, but we had a lot of food in there. And that was just at the meeting. So Genevieve said it. You have to put the environment. You have to bring them in. Talk about their families. Involve the family. You have to think of the way they behave. The cultural behaviors are really, really different, and they're not that hard, So allow time to talk, allow for time to do the things, and then for the things that are not supposed to be done in the moment because they're going to go over time. We were late to everything. Like, 15, 30 minutes late, but that's just how we do it. So, one more thing, WhatsApp. WhatsApp is the app of the Latino community. Tracy knows it. From the very beginning, I was like, I don't communicate through text. You just communicate with me through WhatsApp. Yeah, I got you on there. And guess what, Tracy, I didn't know this. It's like international, but for some reason, the United States doesn't like get on board with it. It's like the, metric system. Everybody does it, but the United States, like, I don't get it. I do not get it. The same thing. WhatsApp is like I don't know, like a mix of texting and messenger and like all of it together. Like we do parties on there. It's like amazing. The Canadians they don't understand WhatsApp. Okay, so see, there you go. So American and Canada kind of like, they kind of hold hands on a bunch of stuff. But anyway, we're very happy to tell you how that works, but it is our tool. It is our tool, and it works. That's where we do our meetings. And there's some things that you need to know different from Messenger. I still love Messenger, but that's how I differentiate my Latino community, WhatsApp. My other community, Messenger. So anyway, that's all we got. We got so much to share with you guys. And we did like silly stuff, as you have seen in some of the reels, I'm sure. Silly stuff, crazy stuff. Those girls are incredible. They have so much energy. These Latino girls, like I thought that I was like, that I had energy. I don't have that much energy. Like, you got Maria Ramos, Maria Bianchi, and the other one, Maria Perez. When they get together, those Marias are crazy, but they're so much fun, I was like, you guys are doing these weird reels. What are we doing? Like, they will give us instructions, like, just put this like that and stay there. And you're like, and then we didn't understand it. And then it's like, do this. And you're like, what are we doing? And then they came out with like the weirdest reels. They have time for this. That's how they have fun. You got to let them have their fun. So I learned so much from them, and the bonds that we had were incredible. Do you guys remember Juan, the guy that was on stage? Juan Rodriguez, I think is his last name. He was there. Oh my gosh, he was the live. And I need to get him in Dallas. I want him to come here to talk to some people, because I think he's an amazing presenter, by the way. And in these meetings, you get to know their background, and you're like, oh, no wonder you're like this. I get you. I want you. Come on. So we're all helping each other now. And So excited. The Tres Marias. You're right, Rosibel. The Marias. Yeah. There's a lot of M's up there. Yeah. So anyway, thanks so much for letting us share. It was so much. Oh, and it felt like coming back from convention. Like it felt like coming back from convention in the amount of tiredness that I had to experience the next day. I don't know why. It was only 2 days, but it was so tiring. And I think that Vicky and Emma can tell you, we were exhausted. Yesterday, I made myself be with my kids because I was so exhausted. And I needed to be with my kids, but I was so exhausted. I didn't want to talk to anybody, but I had to be the mom. You know, it was just, wow. It felt like coming back from convention all over again.
Oh my gosh, y'all.
done
I
speaking.
I knew you guys were gonna bring it. And now I'm like even craving more because I know there's just so much, but you still have to kind of like debrief. And so you're probably still in that mindset too. So I'm looking forward to hearing more updates, but thank you so much for just sharing that knowledge and like those highlights. I mean, I'm like already thinking like, okay, who else could I be reaching out to? Because you're right. It's such an untapped world out there. So really appreciate you three. And again, just looking forward to hearing more wisdom, and I will start working on WhatsApp. So thank you. All right, Tracy, gonna hand it over to you before it gets too late.
I know, I'm not gonna keep you guys long. One thing I want to say after this though is don't think that you're incapable of speaking or helping somebody who speaks a different language. I see the limiting beliefs all the time where it's like, well, I don't speak Spanish. I couldn't possibly help somebody who did, right? Or I wouldn't know where to start. I wouldn't know how to do that. And y'all, it's possible. Everything is figure outable. And I think that is the thing that's so cool here is this is the future. The future is cross-cultural. As Plexus grows and becomes even more international, y'all, I mean, the literal whole world is at the precipice. And so like, if we can get good at this now, bridging the gap between the American, the Canadian, the Mexican, the Latina, Australian cultures, just imagine how well we're going to be set up for a decade from now when we're in even more countries. And we've learned and we've become good at saying, I'm not sure, let me figure it out. I'm not sure, let me go find help. I'm not sure, let me pull up Google Translate and let's see how good of a job it does. Like, there are so many ways. So thank y'all for letting us be a part of this. Thank you for giving us a sight into this, because I really do see something incredibly special with this team, where I think even more and more people are going to bring in more Mexican ambassadors, more, you know, Canadian ambassadors, more Latina ambassadors, Puerto Rico, all of those things. And so just know, if you don't know the answer, which you probably don't, it's one question away. That's it. And the best thing you can do is tell somebody, I don't know, let me go find the answer. That is like the best posture. I wanted to talk to y'all real quick because it's the 15th of the month. And the reality of the situation is you're probably in one of two fields right now. One, you're like crushing the month and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the best July in the whole world. And then there's some of us who are like, ugh, thought this might go a little bit differently. And again, different personalities approach this different ways. Some of you who are having an incredible month are taking your foot off the gas because you've slam dunked it. Some of you who are not having an incredible month, maybe you're going to throw in the towel and wait till August, right? Just write this month off. Let's wait till August. Others of you are wanting to step forward and you just don't know how. And so y'all, this is where you get to assess things. You get to reassess things. You get to make changes and you get to move forward. If what you've been doing between the 1st and the 15th has not given you the goals that you wanted, like where you wanted to be right now today, then you can't keep doing the same thing you've been doing. You have to pivot. Okay, y'all? And you're going to hear me talking a whole lot about personal responsibility. If you have not yet, which I know some of you are new, if you don't know what this is, this monthly build goal sheet. If you don't know what this section is, your personal level 1 goal for the month, if you don't know what you're working towards, how can you achieve it? Okay? If you don't know what your margins for success are, how will you know if you've succeeded? And then what happens is on the 30th, 31st of every month, you feel like plexus is happening to you. And you're like, I didn't achieve the rank I wanted, or I didn't help the customers I wanted, or my points are down and I don't know what happened. Drop a 1 in the chat if you've ever said, my points are down and I don't know what happened. 1, yes. And that is what we're trying to get out of here, team-wide. Y'all, personal accountability means this in simple. I know my goals, and only I am responsible for whether I achieve those or whether I don't. I'm not going to blame it on my upline. I'm not going to blame it on my downline. I'm not going to blame it on my sidelines. I'm not going to blame it on plexus. I'm not going to blame it on the economy. I'm not going to blame it on any of these things. Only I am responsible for the goals that I have and achieving them. And when you can get really good at this, and then when you can duplicate this down, what happens is freedom. What happens is we have 21 people on this call, 21 people who are taking personal responsibility for their own goals and achievements and working to make that happen. Of course, in collaboration with others, y'all. We're not in this alone, okay? Personal accountability doesn't mean you're doing this by yourself. You're not talking to anybody else while you work so hard towards the goals that you have. But what it does mean is maybe you're talking to a friend and you're like, Kelly, my goal was to enroll 4 this month. What was your goal? Okay. Hey, do you want to have an event this week and we could do that together? And we could invite our teams to do that. Hey, would you want to do a sample group together and we could work together to hit the goals we have? Y'all, one person, i.e. me, cannot be responsible for the goals of 20 other people. I can't be. And we teach this to our kids all the time. Who can you control? You. And so part of the freedom here is me understanding I am responsible for my goals. I'm responsible for 4 new enrollments, for helping 2 new people share plexus, and for helping 37 level 1s be commission qualified this month. Y'all, I can't be responsible for Michelle's level 1 order goal. I don't actually message Michelle's level 1 orders. So how can I be responsible for that, right? I can't be responsible for Mary Carmen hitting her VIP enrollment goal. Now I can celebrate the heck out of her when she enrolls new people. I can collaborate with her, make sure she has the tools she needs. But there is this element here of we've got to get really, really good at this so that we can duplicate this, so that we can all find the freedom that we want. My vision for where we're headed is 30 people with 30 consistent customers who love Plexus and have had their lives transformed. What is your vision? Right now, it may just be you with 30 customers, and it feels really hard because you're constantly working to achieve the points that you can get. What if you could help somebody else share and help them have 30 customers? What if you could help somebody else share and help them have 30 customers? Or start with 10, 3 people with 10 customers to give you that solid foundation. You've got to know where you're headed, to know where to aim, and to know how to show up now. Y'all, nothing changes if nothing changes. It's the 15th of the month. You have 16 whole days left in this month. July's a 31-day month, y'all. We can get excited for that. Big things happen in 31-day months, y'all. Big things. Like we've seen people achieve 1 goal on the 28th and achieve a 2nd rank on the 31st. Like we've seen crazy things happen. But none of it happens if you don't know what you're working towards. None of it happens if you don't leave this call, kind of sit there for a second and say, okay, not where I want to be, or maybe I am where I want to be. Do I need to increase the goals that I have? But I know for a lot of us right now, I'm not where I want to be with personal enrollments. Nobody on our team has enrolled 4 people yet this month, okay? Nobody. But I believe by the 31st, a bunch of us are going to be there. But it only happens if today we say, okay, I'm not going to get like, I can't think of English words right now. Wow. I'm not going to get like frustrated or like play the victim or like get mad at myself, but I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say, okay, it's the 15th of the month. I've enrolled 1 person or I've enrolled 2 people. I haven't enrolled anybody. If what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks is not getting me where I want to go, what do I need to change today? Do I need to start doing my IPA every day? Do I need to give myself a little reach out challenge and reach out to 30 people over the next 3 days? Do I need to make sure I have my list of people I need to follow up with? Because I'm certain I haven't followed up with everybody about the free reset promo, right? Do I need to go look through my current customers and see who hasn't ordered in 6 months and would qualify to get restarted and send a message? Do I right? You just start asking questions. What can I do to get the results that I want to see? Drop a 2 in the chat if you'd love to help somebody new share this month. Yeah, that's a huge one for me, y'all. I don't know who it's going to be yet. I don't know. And I'm like getting really curious. Who's it going to be? Who's going to be the new person that I help share this month? Could it be this person? Let me message her. Nope. Okay. Could it be this person? Let me message her. Okay. Right. Get curious with yourself. But here's the biggest thing. None of this happens if you don't work towards the goals that you have. Okay. Well, we can do this. I've seen every single one of you crush goals. I know that you are capable. I'm pretty sure I've seen Jen Souls enroll like 6 people in one day before. Like, I've seen crazy things happen, y'all, right? But like, you got to show up and you got to know what you got to do and you got to shift when what you're doing isn't working. So here are the questions I want you to ask yourself as you leave here tonight. What do I need to change heading into the last 2 weeks of the month? Do I need to host an event for my prospects? Do I need to drop samples by anybody who lives nearby? Who can I ask for a shout out post? Who can I follow up with that I hadn't heard back from? Start getting curious. And if you haven't printed this out, y'all, I print this out every day and I write my customers' names in here who get 100 PV order in. I'm tracking those things and it's feeling really good to be on top of it. And then when I message a customer and because of my message, they place an order, that feels really life-giving to write that down. It's like my action had a direct impact on the outcome. It's not just ethereal. It's not just going into a big pot, right? It's like I sent that message and Robbie ordered. And now I wrote Robbie's name down. Like that makes me know and see that my actions, they matter. And I think the biggest thing that we all need here is we need to show up as leaders who we are believing that people want to do this with us. And when we're not taking the necessary actions to reach the goals we have, we start believing all of these lies. Nobody would ever want to do this with me. Can't even lead myself. Why would somebody join me? I can't even be successful. How can I help other people be successful? And y'all, it starts with us. And it starts with us taking action out of abundance and out of belief and out of very clear direction where you are headed. Okay, so you can do this. I am going to do something really fun tomorrow. So get your lists ready because we're going to have $10 code Tuesday. And I'm starting the day with $10 off incentive codes. First come, first serve. I'm going to make them after we get off the call here. And y'all, that will give free membership on top of free resets to your new VIPs. It gives you one more thing to reach out with, okay? Because sometimes we just need something to follow up with. We need something to say, oh my gosh, this deal just got better. And I had to let you know. Are you ready to get started with me? Okay, $10 off Tuesday. Starting tomorrow morning, I'll be awake at like 7 a.m. So if you message me before then, you're gonna have to wait till 7 a.m. to get a code. Message in the Wellness Warrior chat if you need a code, and we will get it to you, okay? Are you ready to crush Tuesday? Kim is ready. Where's Moose? Is he ready? Allie's getting on a plane and she's gonna be ready. Y'all, I'm so proud of you, truly. I want you to know that. But I think sometimes we just need this like mid-month pep talk of like, hey, you're not alone. None of us are actually where we want to be right now. None 20 of us. And now we're all going to step forward and we're going to carve the path to where we want to be on the 31st of this month. You're in good company. But let's not stay there together, okay? Kim, I don't know what's happening after me.
Okay, well, I was just gonna say, next Monday, if you guys are in the Dallas area, or if you have people in the Dallas area, like existing customers, prospects, friends, family, Tracy and I don't know who else on here, we're gonna be doing an event in person, at a coffee shop in McKinney from 6:30 to 8 p.m.
Hey, Kim, what's the name of the coffee shop?
Brand Ambassador Coffee. It's called Badass Coffee. From Hawaii. It's it's like a donkey, like a jackass. Right? That's what they're called.
That's
Sorry, y'all, I
funny.
had to make her say it on a call.
That's so funny.
Yes. Also, if you talk to them on the phone, they'll hang up and they go, "Have a badass day."
What?
That's what they say. So yes, we will be at Badass Coffee next Monday.
Okay.
And where it's going to be a sip and learn. So we're going to be sharing some health testimonies. We'll have some giveaways, and then we're also going to talk about the opportunity. So if you have anybody in the Dallas area,
I do.
invite. We would love, love, love to have them there in person, 6:30 to 8.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it. So y'all have a badass week.
Good night, y'all.
Bye-bye.